All right, we move on to Spain, Italy, a classic semifinal at the Zeros in our SBC Euro series. Spain, you know, I mean, what a game. What a game. There's been a lot of good games these Euros. Last Euros was pretty god awful. These Euros, we've had a lot of great games, and we get another good game here with Italy beating Spain on penalties, 1-1. It went to penalties, and Italy coming up on top was Jorginho finishing off with the cheekiest of penalties because he's made of ice. And that's what all Chelsea players are made of, ice. I mean, come on, it's our color. Makes sense. It makes sense. We are Champions League winners, just to bring it up right away. Uh, we beat
I roll my eyes every time you do that.
um I mean, we won the Champions League, can't take that away. Let's real quick. Let's bring up the lineups here. Donnarumma in goal. Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini, Emerson starting for the injured Spinazzola. The middle three of Jorginho, Barella, Verratti, and then the front three: Chiesa, Immobile, Insigne. I still think I'm saying that name wrong. I just can't see Insigne. I don't know how to.
Insigne.
It's not. It's not. Is it?
Yeah,
I
Insigne.
think so. Yeah, it's right.
Okay, and this lineup: Unai Simon, Jordi Alba, Laporte, Garcia coming in for, or was he starting last game? I don't know. Aspilicueta, midfield three of Koke, Busquets, and Pedri, and front three, no Morata, no Moreno, going with the front three of Torres, Olmo, Mikel Oyarzabal. And I think the key was, number one, at first they said Oyarzabal was at top. Yeah, I knew that was not true. It was Ferran Torres, Oyarzabal, and then Olmo playing really, combining and being a midfield four with Pedri, Busquets, and Koke. And the key to that was trying to take advantage of the weakness, not the weakness of Bonucci and Chiellini, because there's not much weaknesses, but this trio: Bonucci, Chiellini, Jorginho. Jorginho, not the most defensive, not the strongest defensive player of the three. And they thought that they could really take advantage of here, sucking in Bonucci and Chiellini and getting runners on behind and trying to pick out pass. As Pedri did that once to Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal couldn't control it. But the problem with that is when you play that, you don't get any goal scorers on the pitch. And the chances, I mean, some of the chances came, but there was nobody. Oyarzabal got on the end of one. I think Ferran Torres had a chance cutting in. I think Spain played their best when they went a bit more direct and I can't speak. And they brought in Morata, and they also brought in Mourinho and went a little bit more direct, a little bit 1-2. That's how they got their goal. But overall, I mean, when you see the stats here, 7-16, 5-4 on target. That kind of says what I needed to say about the now goal scorers on the pitch. 71 to 29% possession, 908 passes, 387 passes. Spain controlled the game. They got behind, and to credit the Spaniards, even with all the possession that they had, they couldn't find a breakthrough, and off of a counterattack, off of great play from what's his name? Donnarumma, to get the ball out quickly and to start the counterattack using KS's pace and then taking advantage of the loose ball, which KS put into the back of the net, and to come back from that and to create your own opportunities and score a goal. And once they scored that goal, it seems like there was only going to be one winner if it didn't go to penalties, and that was Spain. They couldn't find that second goal. And to be honest, it was not like they really came that close. Italy was a little bit more intense on the defensive end. And, Italy wanted penalties, and they got penalties. And the old of Italy's, all the Italian teams, in 2008, they lost their penalties. In 2016, they lost the penalty to Germany. They don't have the best record in penalties. They did win a World Cup one and win penalties a long time ago. But this one, they stepped up after, I think even after missing the first one or getting the first one saved. Great mental strength from the Italians. And the better team on the night lost, if we have to be honest. But the better team overall, I think, was Italy in terms of this tournament, in terms of what's the better team, like who has the best chance to win the finals. So yes, as an Italian fan, I am happy Italy won, but I'm gonna look at an objective point. We were lucky, and we can be lucky when we go up against Denmark in the finals.
or England. Uh, yeah, you cover most of it. Spain, I mean, they control the ball, they control the game, and they created a few chances where they could have scored on. And after Chiesa scored late in the game, Morata off the bench, he got, he scored the goal even though he didn't come up big in the penalties and the penalty shootouts.
Yeah, I'm not do that. Noah.
Spain played really well through possession. That's how they got their chances. But the goal scoring, the lack of having a goal scorer just killed them. Like they could have won this game really if they had a goal scorer on the pitch. Um, the counterattack goal, I mean, Donnarumma really, it was just recognition. He saw that they could get out quickly. He saw the pace, and Chiesa with a great goal, just to curl it in the back of the net. And then Morata with a nice run. I know it was a 1-2, but like the fact to get it out in open space and then just go 1-2, boom, score the goal, and Spain was right back in it.
A
And
cheeky
then the
finish.
penalty shootout.
Yeah, real quick, I
And
got
then
to
the
rant on the
penalties.
penalties. I got to rant on the penalties because we're running out of time. I don't know. I've never been a coach, but it doesn't seem like this Spanish team that hasn't been the best in penalty shootouts. Don't think the coach should be in a huddle going, okay, he wants to take a penalty and writing them down. I think that's a little ridiculous. I think they should have had a list before the game if we were to go to penalties, especially knowing that they did a penalty shootout last time and looked awful. Having a list, knowing which of the 5 takers. And I don't know if Morata asked to take a penalty, but if maybe, I mean, he was confident. He just scored the goal, but having the tournament that he's had ups and downs, missing a penalty, I didn't think it was the best decision. No, I thought it was an awful decision to set him up there. I thought the coach should have vetoed that right away. No, you're not taking a penalty. You have a look the greatest this tournament. We want to protect him the best he can. I mean, you know, there's not much I can say about Luis Enrique because I think he did get the most out of the Spaniard team. I think they're a team to improve. I think that their team are young, but he did make some questionable decisions in terms of only the penalty shootout. I'm not talking about what everybody's going to attack him for in the Spanish press, the Real Madrid thing, this, that. In terms of the penalty shootout, they should have had a set list in stone of who the penalty takers are. And yeah, I mean,
It really just comes down to just. I mean, you can say I heard you say before penalties like it's
it's a
luck and
lottery.
stuff like that, lottery. But I mean, it just comes down. You just got to put it in the net. And Danny Olmo couldn't do it. Alvaro Morata couldn't do it, and then Jorginho. That was just cheeky. It was class. He had him going one way.
Yeah, great penalty.
and
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
great penalty. But
ended to the finals.
before I want to say something, before we finish this video, I want to say something. Every goalkeeper does this when they go up against Jorginho in a penalty shootout. Why do you know what he's about to do? Just stand your ground. Stand your ground. Wait for Jorginho. You know what you're about to do. You dive. You're just giving him the penalty. Stand your ground. If he just completely tricks you and goes with the straight run up and hits it into the corner and you fell for it, he gets you like he didn't do the hop, whatever. Okay, so be it. But if you just let him do what he does all the time, he's gonna slot in the back of the net. It just made no sense to me. The goalkeeper should have stand his ground. He knows what Jorginho does. He knows what Jorginho is all about. I get so confused with goalkeepers. They do the same thing over and over again when they go up against Jorginho. Don't try to guess him. Wait for him to kick. Wait for him to kick. I don't know. I mean, it is way tougher for the goalkeepers.
In the moment, you can be anxious and like you try to time it at the right time. Sometimes you can overdo it or like jump the gun.
All right. To conclude this video, this is the end of SBC Euro Series for today. We'll be back tomorrow talking about England and Denmark. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace out.